our utility companies are still relying very heavily on fossil fuels instead of transitioning to cleaner, more sustainable energies. Um, what I would like to see is, some sort of environmental task force that evaluates the environmental aspect of perhaps any piece of legislation, right? We know that there's fiscal notes. Every piece of legislation has a fiscal note. Now, we got to be careful with that, right? Because sometimes we can go the wrong direction with environmental stuff, and then folks who are already low wage, low income end up bearing a greater cost. There's got to be ways that we can help those folks while holding the people who do have the resources, some of these major corporations who are contributing to so much of the pollution, accountable for cleanup. And I'll give a negative example that happened in the last legislative session, which was one of our major energy companies. The Supreme Court ruled that they were not allowed to pass on the cost of their cleanup to ratepayers. The Supreme Court regarded that as retroactive rate making, right? And said you can't do that.
Yeah.
So our state legislature and my opponent, who sits on the utilities committee as vice chair, they rushed through an amendment to a bill overriding the Supreme Court, saying actually they can pass on the cost of their cleanup to ratepayers, right?
So makes you want to strangle them. Yeah.
Although we repudiate violence, we don't actually want to strangle them. We just want to vote them out.
Well, we can want to strangle them. We just don't actually do it. It is those big corporations, your Dukes and your Centerpoints and your NIPSCOs. In addition to contributing to the environmental problems, they're also contributing to the Republican legislators, right? Who are covering up their environmental problems.
That's exactly right.